Right now at noon, after years of warnings and delays, the Real ID deadline is here. How the first day is going for local travelers. Plus, a centuries-old tradition to elect a new pope has begun in the Vatican City. What rules the cardinals will have to follow during the conclave and later.
You want a place that can service you over time. You don't get that, when you buy things online.
Banton Jewelry in Northeast Portland is having a closeout sale as a family that have run the shop for 40 years say a bittersweet goodbye. Your news at noon starts right now. We start with breaking news in Vancouver, where a man is in jail in connection with an attempted kidnapping of a teenage girl. The Clark County Sheriff's Office just shared this video of deputies arresting 31-year-old Cameron Parrish. According to deputies, Parrish approached the girl with a gun and told her to get in his car, but she was able to get away, luckily. But this happened yesterday morning in a neighborhood on Northeast 149th Street near 4th Avenue. Deputies were able to track down Parrish thanks to surveillance camera in the neighborhood that captured the make and model of his car. Parrish is facing multiple charges, including attempted kidnapping and assault. He's due in court at 1:30 this afternoon. Arceline Stevens will also be there and is talking to the victim's father. We'll have that story tonight on the news at 4. After a nearly 20-year wait and several delays, the Real ID deadline is here. As of today, all airports in the U.S. want you to have a Real ID compliant license or identification to fly domestically. Our Ashley Graham joins us live from the Portland International Airport. So Ashley, walk us through how things are going right now.
Yeah, China, we've spent all morning here, and to me, it looks like things are business as usual. Now, there is a grace period in effect for those people who are trying to get through this security line without a Real ID, and they are able to fly, but it might take them a little bit longer to get through security. When travelers show up at the airport and head towards security, TSA will ask for Real ID.
I'm ready. I've got a star on my license.
In Oregon, your Real ID will have that star in the corner. This is what it looks like.
I actually got mine earlier this year, so I just took the plunge, got it early, took care of it, didn't want to worry about it.
While you won't be turned away if you don't have a compliant ID, you should be prepared to spend some extra time going through security.
So hopefully it's smooth sailing for all of us.
The Department of Homeland Security says those without a Real ID might be diverted to a different line or need to take an extra step during screening.
No, I have my passport, so I was reminded several times to make sure to bring that so I could get through security.
And a passport is Real ID compliant. Other TSA approved options are a passport card, traveler card, enhanced driver's license, or military ID.
I wanted to be one of the first ones in line. I didn't want to go in there and wait for 2 hours to get some service.
Down at the DMV in Beaverton, some are still waiting to get their Real ID.
My license expires in June, so I'm going to have to come in anyway. So I might as well get twofer, I guess.
Lines can be long. The DMV says they're seeing a record high number of visitors at offices across the state. And right now, about 38% of Oregonians with an ID are Real ID compliant. And for those of you in Washington, an enhanced driver's license is Real ID compliant. There are many people who are still lining up to get one. The DOL tells us that almost 93,000 people got an enhanced license or ID last month. We'll send it back to you.
Ashley Graham's wearing live from PDX this afternoon. Thank you, Ashley. Another question we've been asked is, what about the kids? Will their travel be impacted? Here's what the acting director of TSA had to say.
Yeah, so for minors, it does not apply to minors. So anyone over the age of 18, this applies to.
There you go. And as a reminder, here's what you'll need to bring to the DMV to get a Real ID. First, one proof of identity like passport, birth certificate, or other legal resident documentation. Then 2 proofs of addressing, which can be a number of things, from an unexpired license or car registration, business mail addressed to you, a pay stub, or rental agreement. And then just remember, expect your Real ID to arrive in the mail in about 3 weeks. You don't get it right there. And this morning we had reporters from across the Pacific Northwest breaking down what you need to know about the Real ID straight from local airports with our special report now on demand, only on KGW Plus TV app. So download it for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. All right, we'll take a look outside right now. Looks like our Pioneer Courthouse Square cam. It looks like there's not much sun out there right now. This is a sight I haven't seen in quite a while, it feels like, Rod.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been sunny to clear. I mean, yesterday, sunny to clear and 85 degrees. It will continue to be a varying bag of cloudiness and sun for the next several hours, which is what we've had today. It's been kind of sunny, and then to China's point, not. If on the satellite picture, you can see there is some cloudiness continuing to drift in. We are completely dry right now. Earlier this morning, a touch of light rain along the Coast Range, and some sprinkles here in the valley for the most part. But right now, the radar is clean. There is still an ongoing shower threat, but the best shower chance now is probably going to come late afternoon, early evening, if we see something as a little disturbance passes. It is overcast in Lincoln City, very overcast, in fact, 53. That's from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera, and more clouds than sun currently over our state capital as well. It is pleasant out, 67 degrees. And well, a second ago, there were lots of people here at the Oregon Zoo. You can still see some people enjoying. We're in the mid 60s in Portland. We're going to warm up to about 74 this afternoon, mid 70s, so that's comfortable. The chance of a rain shower is so-so. Most of us probably will not see any rain today. Your 7-day forecast for Mother's Day coming up.
Thank you, Ron.
Monseigneur Diego Ravelli ferme les portes.
As the doors to the Sistine Chapel closed and locked, the conclave has officially begun. And just moments ago, black smoke appeared after the first round of voting, meaning no pope has been selected. 133 cardinals are taking part in the top secret process to choose a new leader of the Catholic churches. And NBC's Lester Holt reports from Vatican City.
This morning, prayers at St. Peter's Basilica. Cardinals gathering for a special mass
In nomine Patris.
ahead of the start of a centuries-old ritual that will elect a new pope. 133 cardinals from around the world will make the decision. Amongst them, 10 Americans. As they boarded buses to the secluded quarters where they'll be staying during the strictly confidential conclave. Later, an oath of secrecy at the Vatican. Then they will be shut off from the outside world, handing over their phones, and will stay together, eat together, until a new leader emerges. The Sistine Chapel ready to witness history again. Beneath Michelangelo's famed frescoes, long rows of tables and chairs for the cardinal electors who will choose their new leader.
Will we be able to see and sense the heaviness of the moment, the burden of the moment, if you will?
I think so. They feel the weight of it. And then how can you not walk into the Sistine Chapel and there's the ceiling and there's the Last Judgment staring at you? They all sense the kind of awesomeness of the moment.
Numbered wooden balls and ballots will be used during the crucial rounds of votes, then burned in stoves inside the chapel. All eyes in St. Peter's Square will be on this chimney. Black smoke meaning no agreement. White smoke means a pope has been chosen. When elected, Francis's successor will make a first appearance on the balcony. Vestments already in place, prepared in 3 sizes for whoever is chosen as the next pope. For American Andrea Kirk, excitement is growing.
We'll come run down to the piazza. Hopefully we'll be here, but if not, wherever we are in the city, we'll drop everything and we'll come over here to be part of history.
And join us for live overnight coverage from the Sistine Chapel starting at 11 p.m. on the KGW Plus TV app. We will have it every night until a new pope is chosen. Now to some other local headlines this afternoon. We're going to be taking a live look at the state capitol where a snack-in just wrapped up. Families with young children gathered to call attention to child hunger across Oregon. They're urging Oregon lawmakers to pass a bill named Food for All Oregonians. It would extend food benefits to young children who are currently excluded, including immigrants and refugees, and help thousands of Oregon families put food on the table. After the Trump administration suspended a national emergency food program, the Oregon Food Bank says 30 truckloads, nearly 1.5 million pounds of food, has been canceled for April through June. And a new report is raising concerns about fire safety at the Cherry Blossom townhomes in southeast Portland. The city's ombudsman launched an investigation after a homeowner complaint in 2024 and found the Fire Bureau didn't properly document decisions during the building plan process. Investigators also say residents are parking on sidewalks and part of the access road, which could block emergency vehicles. While fire officials say that they can still respond safely, homeowners are still concerned. The ombudsman recommends the Fire Bureau explain its response plan in writing and hold a community meeting to answer questions. In Seattle, protesters showed up on the University of Washington campus last night to denounce an appearance by controversial anti-trans athlete activist Riley Gaines. Now, this was just 24 hours after a pro-Palestinian demonstration that resulted in more than 30 arrests and caused $1 million in damage. At last night's demonstration, we heard from a UW student who identifies as a trans athlete on the women's rowing team.
I'm the only out transgender athlete that plays a D1 sport at the University of Washington. So it's just like, it's really fascinating to be a part of this crowd today and just kind of see all that's been going on, because a lot of this issue does impact me.
Both UW and Seattle police created a human barrier to avoid a repeat of what happened Monday night at Gaines' event at Portland State, where 5 people were arrested for property damage.